We'll be violating the social norm of calling teachers by their last names by calling them by their first name.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Oh.
Good morning, Christina.
Excuse me? What the fuck? What'd you say?
Christina?
Oh, that's Mrs. Alvarez.
You got nothing better to do right now?
No. I'm going to call Miss Getsy by her first name and see how she reacts.
Hola, mi amor.
Hi,
Ese es uno problema.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi. What did you just call her?
Hi, here we go.
Somebody have to do?
Perfect.
Okay, what I'm about to do is I'm about to call Mr. Westerberg by his first name. This is for the Social Norms Project, Mr. Kofall. Let's go. Jonathan, what time are this banquet again?
You are like a week early on that, bud.
For my Social Norms Project for AP Psych, we had to call one of our teachers by their first name.
Okay, great.
Was that good?
This is great.
Thank you.
Jace called you.
Adios. It's okay, because we're doing something the other day.
Gracias. Hi, Monica. Sorry.
Miss Winan?
This one.
Okay, that sounds better. So what do I have to do?
You can just read it, and it's like the debrief of the experiment.
While violating the social norm, I felt pretty uncomfortable because it feels weird to call your teacher by their first name. It's not normal, so yeah.
I also felt really uncomfortable. I felt like I was disrespecting them in a way, and it made me feel a little weird.
I felt nervous because going up to my teacher, I didn't know how they were going to react. So I was like really self-conscious about like making it correct and like making it acceptable, even though we were violating the social norm.
People around me like kind of just looked up, were kind of questioning what was going on. They were a little curious as to why I was calling my teacher by their first name, and I don't know. I didn't think too much about their reactions. I thought it was kind of normal considering that I was violating the social norm.
So the reactions of people around me were also kind of shocked. Like, they didn't really understand why I was doing it unless they had done the project previously. And then the reaction of the teachers was also not like super shocked. I think they kind of expected it. But their reactions made me feel a little bit better about doing it. I don't know.
The people's reactions around me, they all kind of started laughing and were confused as to like why I was calling our teacher by his first name. And then my teacher's actual reaction was like a little like, did you really just call me by that name instead of the name that you've called me by for the whole entire year? From this project, I learned that social norms are very present in life, and I think that whether we know it or not, we live by social norms every single day, and even one tiny violation of a normal social norm can kind of throw off our day-to-day life.
I learned that the role of social norms is actually really intense because it was felt really difficult to break the social norm in the first place, even something so little as calling a teacher by their first name. And it was really difficult to do that because it felt like it was so out of the ordinary and just the wrong way to act.
Yeah, I think social norms are super important because if you were consistently seeing things that were, like Sophia said, out of the ordinary, then I think it would be like, it wouldn't feel normal, wouldn't feel comfortable, like you wouldn't know how to react all the time. So kind of to know almost what's coming, to know like how people will react and how people will act, kind of just keeps the flow of things. We adhere to social norms just because it's comfortable to us. It's like easy. People like it's a way to not overthink things, and it just comes naturally.
I think we adhere to social norms because we feel like we have to in a society where everyone kind of acts by the same social scripts, that it's important to us to feel like we belong and to join in that conformity, so we stick to social norms.
I think we adhere to social norms because whether we know it or not, social norms sculpt our day-to-day life, and I think that if we were to break them, then we would be going out of our normal everyday life.
Thank you.
Thank you.